The Queen just got dethroned, and she's blaming the exact person who replaced her. A.J. Wilson, three-time MVP, two-time champion, not on Team USA. In her response, point fingers at Caitlin Clark like it's anyone's fault but her own. But here's what nobody's saying out loud. This had nothing to do with Clark. This was about Wilson's ego, writing checks her game can't cash on the international stage. Drop a comment right now. Was Wilson's exclusion justified, or did Team USA mess up? Because what I'm about to show you will change how you see this entire situation. Let's go back to 2022. Wilson was untouchable. MVP trophies, championship rings that could blind you, endorsement deals most players dream about in their sleep. Every analyst called her the greatest of her generation without hesitation. Wilson looked in the mirror and saw royalty, someone who earned the right to be the center of attention forever. Then, Caitlin Clark walked in and crashed the party. You saw what she did. Clark didn't ask for permission. She kicked the door off its hinges. Arenas selling out weeks in advance. TV ratings the WNBA begged for suddenly appearing whenever she stepped on the court. Her highlight reels everywhere, because who doesn't want to watch someone drain impossible 30-foot bombs with defenders all over them? Media couldn't type fast enough. Casual fans who couldn't name 3 WNBA players last year were suddenly setting reminders for Clark's games. Millions of eyeballs on women's basketball, the kind of attention every player should celebrate. But Wilson didn't feel gratitude, not even close. Instead of celebrating what Clark did for the sport, Wilson decided Clark was public enemy number 1, not a colleague, not a fellow ambassador, an enemy who needed to be dealt with. The campaign started small. A liked post questioning Clark's legitimacy, a cryptic tweet undermining her achievements without saying her name. Wilson mastered passive-aggressive social media. Whenever Clark broke a record or had a spectacular game, Wilson's accounts flooded with throwback content about her own accomplishments. The timing was never coincidental. When Clark won Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year, a massive win for women's sports everywhere, Wilson's online presence radiated resentment you could taste through your screen. The message was clear. Clark wasn't a rising star elevating the league. She was a threat to everything Wilson built. Here's the thing about jealousy. It's like hiding a skunk in your living room. You can pretend it's not there, but everyone else smells it from miles away. Wilson's jealousy leaked in interviews where she'd say phrases like real impact and sustained excellence, designed to diminish Clark's contributions. It showed in comments that got more pointed as Clark's popularity exploded beyond anything Wilson achieved. It revealed itself when Wilson developed selective hearing whenever reporters asked about Clark. Wilson made the fatal mistake. She turned every Clark achievement into a personal attack on her legacy, made Clark's success about herself instead of the unprecedented growth of women's basketball. Convinced herself she was defending veterans when really she was protecting her ego from an uncomfortable truth. Someone younger and more marketable arrived. What Wilson didn't know, Team USA officials were watching every interaction with cold, professional eyes, taking detailed notes. Now let's talk about something mainstream basketball media conveniently ignores. Wilson has a fundamental flaw that becomes obvious in international competition. Wilson averages nearly 12 free throw attempts per game in the WNBA. Sounds impressive, right? Like she's unstoppable and defenders can only foul her. But watch the film closely. You see something different. You see a player who mastered selling contact to referees. Every drive ends with theatrical flair. Every defensive contest, no matter how clean, results in an appeal for a foul. Wilson's scoring isn't built purely on skill, it's built significantly on favorable officiation protecting offensive players. In the WNBA, this works perfectly. Referees know the stars. The system rewards this style. But international basketball? Completely different universe. FIBA referees don't care about your MVP trophies or Instagram followers. They officiate a physical game where contact that sends Wilson to the line a dozen times results in nothing internationally. The contact she initiates and expects to be rewarded for, that's just Tuesday in FIBA competition. Team USA scouts watched Wilson in international exhibitions, and what they saw probably kept them up at night. Her scoring efficiency didn't just drop, it collapsed. When referees allowed real physical defense, when they stopped rewarding her foul-baiting techniques, Wilson looked ordinary. Her entire offensive rhythm depends on constant interruptions and favorable whistles that never materialize globally. She's built for one specific environment, and that environment doesn't exist in the Olympics or World Cup. Compare that to Caitlin Clark. When Clark scores, she does it in ways no referee can take away. She pulls up from 30 feet and drains shots, leaving defenders questioning their life choices. When defenders make contact, she doesn't flail or hunt for whistles. She finishes through it. Her step-back threes and deep-range bombs are self-reliant offense at its finest. Clark beats defenders with shot selection, basketball IQ, and footwork, not by initiating marginal contact, hoping someone bails her out. Her game translates anywhere because it's built on fundamental skill rather than system exploitation. The difference is obvious when you watch side by side. Wilson initiates contact, freezes, waits for the whistle. Clark anticipates contact, adjusts mid-air, scores anyway. Wilson's method is perfect for the controlled WNBA environment. Clark's method is perfect everywhere because it relies on pure basketball ability. Then came the announcement that changed everything. Team USA released their preliminary selection pool for the 2026 World Cup and 2028 Olympics. Wilson saw the list. Her name wasn't on it. According to sources close to the organization, her reaction was nuclear. The woman who spent 2 years convinced she was untouchable discovered in one brutal moment she'd been replaced by the exact person she worked so hard to undermine. The meltdown reportedly lasted days. Wilson started making frantic calls to anyone in USA basketball who'd pick up. Her representatives scrambled to schedule emergency meetings with coaches who already moved on. Meanwhile, Clark was receiving congratulations and posting simple thank you messages. No cheap shots, no demands for attention, just genuine gratitude. Wilson's camp immediately floated stories about scheduling conflicts preventing her participation. Nobody bought it. Everyone saw it as what it was, a desperate attempt to save face after being publicly cut from the program she thought she owned. But here's what really matters. Team USA coaches watched Wilson's behavior for 2 full years. Every passive-aggressive comment got noted. Every cryptic social media post got filed away. Every interview where she took shots at Clark got added to growing evidence this wasn't a player who'd put team success above personal ego. They were building a team to represent the United States on the world stage. They needed players who lift each other up, not tear each other down. International competition isn't just about talent or statistics. It's about handling crushing pressure when your entire nation watches, maintaining composure when hostile crowds scream in languages you don't understand, representing your country with dignity when cameras worldwide capture every reaction. The Olympic stage magnifies everything, exposes weaknesses domestic competition hides. Most importantly, reveals true character. Think about this. A player who can't handle fan criticism on social media certainly can't handle the psychological weight of carrying American basketball globally. A player who responds to a competitor's success with jealousy instead of unity is not someone you want in your locker room when stakes are highest. Wilson's reaction to being cut actually proved the coaches made the right decision. Her immediate response wasn't graceful acceptance or quiet determination. It was an emotional meltdown lasting days. Her inability to accept consequences of her own behavior demonstrated exactly the emotional fragility that becomes catastrophic in Olympic competition. Imagine that same reaction after a tough loss in a gold medal game. Imagine those frantic calls and barely contained fury directed at teammates or officials on the world stage. The coaches imagined exactly that scenario and wisely decided they wanted no part of it. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark, who spent 2 years absorbing constant attacks from Wilson without ever responding in kind. Clark faced more scrutiny and manufactured controversy than almost any player in women's basketball history, and handled all of it with grace that makes sponsors eager to sign her and national team selectors confident in her ability.
While Wilson was busy liking shady posts and making passive-aggressive comments, Clark put her head down and let her game speak. While Wilson turned interviews into opportunities to diminish a younger player, Clark talked about being honored to learn from veterans and contribute however possible. The contrast couldn't be starker. The chemistry between Clark and players like Aaliyah Boston represents something Wilson's ego would never permit. Their connection, forged through college rivalry and genuine respect, provides Team USA with foundational strength built on admiration. Team USA needs players who fit seamlessly into systems designed for collective success, not individual glorification. They need athletes who elevate teammates through unselfish play, competitors who check personal statistics at the door and focus on what's best for the group. Wilson's track record suggests she'd demand everything revolve around her individual success and legacy. Clark's track record demonstrates the opposite. She'll do whatever helps her team win, even sacrificing